Hi everyone, it's Athena. Welcome back. All right, so today's Thursday, the 29th, of October. So the last few personal readings that I've done, it has come to my attention that there was a common thread. Usually there is, but this one really needs to be addressed because we don't realize how we talk to ourselves, and we don't realize, some of us realize, oh yeah, thoughts are things and it's energy, and it's, becomes that little bubble, right? Our thought becomes that little bubble, and it actually, once has strong enough intention, it pops and it goes into the universe, right? Just to make it a little easier for you to understand. And when you're saying things like, I can't, I won't, it's hard, I don't believe it's possible, those are all negative energies, right? So what we're saying is basically that you're skeptical of your life, and you have doubts, and you don't believe, and that what you're, a lot of us sit there saying we are hoping and waiting for a miracle, and it's all the way to the miracle, or that doesn't make sense. Getting on the way to the miracle is about the energy that you're sending out, what you're telling the universe, right? Saying, I'll try. Saying, I can. Saying, I will. I believe. This will turn around for sure. And it's going to be perfect, right? So thoughts are energy. Excuse me. Seeing is energy. Speaking is verbal because we're doing it, right? And, so when we speak with intention, that's the energy that goes from, it works in tandem with the thought that you're thinking, how you're going to speak it into that bubble. Let's just use that little cloud, right? We said thoughts are clouds, especially if they're negative, they become really cloudy. It becomes really cloudy, right? And then depending on the intention of the energetic force of what you're saying through your heart center, so heart, speaking it, thinking it with, intention, then bursts that bubble into the universe, and it happens. And then you just have to let go and believe. I mean, that's how it works. So the way you speak to yourself, the way you think is the same exact thing. If every negative thought, you put $1 in a jar, think about that. Put $1 or even a penny, who cares? Especially if you're really negative. If it comes, a lot of things you've noticed that pay attention. It's really about paying attention. So get a little jar and, label it, and then every time you say, I can't, I won't, it's not possible, I don't think I don't think so, I don't have enough, whatever else comes out and is thought about negatively, put a penny in that jar. And then don't touch it. And then see how it accumulates. And then realize that will set the tone for you to realize how much you speak negatively to yourself in thought, in voice, and to others. It just became so apparent to me that so many of my clients within the last, I'm going to say month, because I know we're going through stressful times, but this is when the call for faith and being positive is going to allow for change to happen. And let that stuff go, whatever's going on out there. Jeez. Right, we're close. So just, just try. Okay, let's get started. A collective reading for the 29th of October. Okay, let's see what's happening. King of Coins, look at this guy. This guy's the king of his castle. I mean, he's grounded. He's very strategic. He has plans. He has more plans. He does. It is to be commended that an earth sign, which is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, is literally, their heart is so grounded. Their hearts are so true. Their commitment to, when they put their energy into a project, the job, even in their heart, from their heart, it's almost magical the way that the earth signs can manifest. And that's because they are grounded, right? Okay, now I'm not talking to every single Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but we all have this, and we all see this. We all have a friend out there, right? That's an earth sign. You can't tell me you don't. Don't you admire their tenacity for structure? That's hard to do. Their discipline, it's off the chain. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And that's how they become this king. Someone has to forgive themselves. So it looks like this king may have to forgive himself or be forgiven, it looks like, with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We don't know what it's about, but we'll see. Okay, a couple more cards. So the King of Pentacles is recovering and needing to forgive a decision that was made about opportunities. Maybe he turned down a few opportunities. Is he regretful? I don't know. Could you be regretful? Or did you seek other opportunities, and did you or did you not make a decision? And now you're like, oh geez, I may have passed the wrong job opportunity, person, place, or thing. And because he's healing over a decision that was or wasn't made, all right? Or he needs to make one. The reason why I'm using past tense here is because the Three of Swords is that it's past tense. Here would be he looks like he regretted something he did or didn't say, didn't say, more importantly. But when it's reversed, we're looking at, holy crap, it happened. And now I'm trying to get past the fact that I have had, and maybe that's what he's doing. Because look, he looks like he's reflecting on all the losses over a span of what? A few years, right? Jobs, loss of people that he had great opportunities to collaborate with, to maybe even fall in love with, and he messed it up. Did he make a decision too late? Did he wait, or did he think that maybe things would, he would get better offers out there? Right? The King of Pentacles does not move quickly when it comes to a really big opportunity that he has to really strategically look at each direction. Okay, if I go this way, this is what it's going to look like. If I go this way, that's what it's going to look like. And he may still be in the process of it, but deep down inside, he's thinking, I don't think I can do it. I don't think this is going to be good for me. Because the King of Pentacles is someone, and it doesn't have to mean it's just the King of Pentacles. If you are getting ready to make a decision and you're checking off all the boxes, every opportunity, person, place, or thing that is offering you different things, or maybe 2 out of the 7, or 3 out of the 7. So this is what you're weighing it out. It's a masculine. And you're also feeling like you're not feeling it, for sure. You're concerned that if you make this decision, you may regret it. And I just heard for the rest of your life. I don't know. Let's see. With the Queen of Swords. We did say there was Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. This woman is looking right at him. Do you see that? She's looking right at him. She's saying, she's saying, you've hurt me, and I'm trying to forgive you. But if you choose to see or be with others, or you aren't happy here, then go for it. Because I don't want to have to go through this again. If you're the queen or the king, doesn't matter. Someone needs to make a decision on whether they are going to take the opportunities that are in front of them. Now, these are not all good opportunities. Let's just be honest. Some are looking a lot better than they really are, right? So who's fooling who? And I don't feel that the Queen of Swords doesn't mess around. So don't go offering her or whatever. Don't go offering her, right? What is it? Illusions of grandeur. Do not. Because she's looking at these. And she's looking like, this is what you're offering me, because please forgive me because I've made some mistakes in my life. And can you love me for them? Right? That's what's happening here. The Queen of Swords is saying, I've already been heartbroken. Who's forgiving who? Doesn't matter. But the decision is, are you going to stick this out, or are you trying to sell me a bill of goods that is crap? Please forgive me because I messed up like a lot to the King of Pentacles. She could be saying that to him. Someone thought the grass was greener. Someone thought they were going to look outside of their sphere. Someone is now not talking, but just watching. She's watching. She's not talking. It's kind of like the heart's closed. The heart's closed. Okay, so here's the thing. You've got the 4 of coins. The heart's closed. Someone's trying to say maybe you made some financial investments that really were not smart. She could be saying, I told you not to buy that stock. I think the stock market just went down the lowest it had been. I read it yesterday. The lowest it had been since June. Since the pandemic, right? And it went down considerable, like 900 points, which is like off the chain. Crazy. Someone's closed their heart. Someone doesn't want to talk. Someone's trying to get Like, if you're trying to tell me that, you know, maybe the forgiveness is, you know what, I screwed up because I didn't listen to you and I probably should have in buying stock, or, you know, someone thought that they were going to get maybe a payout and it didn't happen. Someone invested in something that has not paid off. All right, let's look. So here's the thing. Who's fooling who? Ooh, that's what I just heard. Who's fooling who? Because the Queen of Swords is not a fool, and neither is the King of Pentacles. But these two, with Mercury in retrograde right now, there's like probably no convos going on, especially if they're pissed off at each other. And we're not doing this again. One of them, if not both of them, probably have gone through a lot. Maybe this is I'm sorry, but no, I don't forgive you. You've messed up way too many times. And I can't find it in my heart. I can't find it in my heart to open up to you again and to forgive you again after all the times that you have deceived me, after all the times that you've made decisions without asking me or confiding in me, if this is a married couple, right? These are all reversed because the heart is let's go here. The heart is closed. We're not talking forgiveness declined, denied, whatever. We're not starting over. I don't see how you're tricking me into thinking that this is going to, one more time, right? And what makes me want to get hit again? Ooh, not literally. Please, I hope that's not true, right? Not in the literal sense. Someone thinks that they can just dish it out and this person will just, through all the illusions that see, the Magician's reversed. Don't forget that. Someone's been trying has been feeding someone. Either the Queen has been fed or the King has been fed a bunch of crap. And it's happened consistently over and over again. And someone's finally saying, you know what? I am tired of your crap. And I'm not going to forgive you. My heart's closed off. Don't even come to me with this. Because it's not going to happen. I'm not going to get back into a situation where you're going to just try and manipulate me. And if it's the Queen of Swords, oh baby, you're not going to get her she's not going to fall for this again. Because you know what? Both of their hearts are big. They have big hearts. But someone's been played the fool one too many times. No doubt. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Because I think the illusions, I'm going to put these two up here so you're good. All right. I feel this is a married couple for sure. Or at least they've been living together. Why do I say that? Because this has been going on for a long time. They've been together for a long time. They know each other quite well. Typically, an earth sign with an air sign, they communicate quite well together and they're usually on the same page. But if someone starts messing around, selling a bill of goods that are fraudulent, making decisions with someone's maybe, oh my God, I just lost X amount of dollars in the stock market and didn't tell you. Or I had invested a long time ago and didn't tell you. And now they want to be forgiven and open your heart again for what? Why? And someone's saying, why should I forgive you? Just give me, what is it? Isn't that a song? Give me one good reason to stay, right? I think that's not Pink. It's Lady Gaga, I think. Look at, someone's scared. Someone's like keeping an eye in the, one eye open in the nighttime. Holy crap. Someone keeps their one, oh jeez. I think the queen is a little scared. I'm going to say it because look it's the swords. I think the queen is a little afraid of this king because I just felt fear. Like she has one eye open at night. And this could be the reason. A younger water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. She's watching. She's watching what is going to happen. Someone is in the middle of making either the worst decision of their life or the best decision to get out. And if this is a couple that has been together for a long time, this woman is scorned. I'm sorry, but this woman is keeping a watchful eye. She's worried. Maybe is he going to go for the younger version? Is he offering his love to another? And she's saying, you better watch it because I'm watching you. And to her too, if this is a person. There's a lot going on here. And I'm going to say it because I've had it in the earth sign readings as well as the water sign readings and the air sign readings that either get it right or get out. And we've had it in our dailies. I don't know what's happening here. Okay. What are we working hard on? Are we trying to escape through work? Are we working, seriously, who's trying to work on this and who's not? So here we have a situation of my heart's closed, I don't want to work on it, or let's work on it now. Okay, so there's a lot going on, meaning, maybe someone offered their love, right? But it was at a huge cost, and they didn't want to and they didn't want to take the risk. This is not starting over. This is not manifesting what you want. So whatever happened, either the queen has been declined, the king has been declined, the loss of either love and or money. Maybe, again, I'll say it again because I feel it strongly that it's cheaper to keep her. And I'm sorry, but she knows. I'll just tell you right now, if you're dealing with a if you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, she knows. She knows about this person. And she's much younger than this one. They probably know about each other. I just had this reading. It's really crazy. And now someone's saying, because it didn't work out, someone's saying, you know, can you forgive me? Open your heart up again. That's a no. It's someone either invested financially or had a side lover, this younger Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Bottom of the deck. There it is. That's what happened. Scorpio. A Scorpio had to go, and someone's trying to get back into the good graces of a union in their marriage, in their relationship. So I really believe, and I'm going to tell you, I believe that the death came with the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? It's a Scorpio card. Someone's literally mourning the death of a relationship because either one person or the other didn't want to work it out, didn't want to lose the money, cheaper to keep her, invested so much time and effort and nothing came of it except for an ending, which we knew would happen because why? Because three-party situations they can't manifest new beginnings unless there's a serious, there's not a lot of money involved, or there's other factors that would lead someone to say, I'm out. She knows. I'm just saying, if you're messing with the Queen of Swords, she knows. She knows. We have the Chariot and the Ace and the World. Someone's been really thinking about this new beginning and wanting to get out. But they're not going to do it because I think they waited too late. They waited too long, and they really didn't think the situation was going to give them their great happiness. Someone wanted also a commitment here. So this page could have said, either you come 100% or don't come at all. I want a commitment. I want to get married. I want to be with you, the whole thing. I want it all. This is what she said. And that was declined. That was declined. We're not. And I say it because it's the Scorpio card. So the death is of the water sign, right? Because someone's saying, forgive me, I'm sorry, I probably tried to sell you, you know, I may have overstepped my commitment to you. What I promised you, I thought I could deliver, and I can't. And the Queen of Swords has been watching the whole thing. So this king's life right now, can I just tell you, is going to be a rough ride, trying to get back into the good graces of a scorned Queen of Swords, especially if you're dealing with this has been happening a lot for a long time. This is a very direct, look at this. Oh, baby. Someone's plotting. I feel like someone's plotting. Maybe the queen is so scorned, she's plotting to get out. She may be afraid of him to get out. Maybe she can't get out because she's afraid of him. I did say that. Maybe they've had some past. Yep, look at some past aggressive behavior, for sure. Maybe he's, he gets mean, right? Maybe he drinks and he gets mean, or maybe he, his defense mechanism when he's like getting caught, he freaks out. A lot of masculine, feminines, whatever, whoever I'm talking to, I mean, it doesn't matter, because these two could really get not only verbal attacks, but it looks like it got a little like physical a little. I do think so. I do. I think, and I'm saying it because look, someone is afraid of either the king or the queen. I think it's the queen that's afraid of the king. I'm just saying. It's a feminine scared of the masculine, because she's been in this aggression, He's aggressive and he's mean when he has a tendency to be mean and physical. Maybe he has. And I'm sorry if that is your situation, because the abuse, I don't even know, I can't even like wrap my head around someone's, not just the verbal abuse of another, but even worse. I think they're both worse. I'm digress. Physical abuse is not acceptable on any front, under any circumstances, but neither is verbal abuse. And I think this poor woman has been handed a lot of that from this guy. And it's too bad, because this guy has his heart, he gets into situations, from this reading, he's gotten into situations that, and he gets blinded by his own web of deception, right? Like he continues to cheat and continues to go out on this woman. Why? Because first of all, she takes it. And second of all, she doesn't walk away, and he just keeps going out and coming back. And no one's making a decision to actually break the bond because of money, potentially, right? This is a sad story, and I'm sorry, because there are many. So I'm going to shout out, and I'm going to pray for all of those who have been physically and verbally abused. I will pray for you. No one has a right to physically and verbally abuse another. Under any circumstances, I don't care. I know people who, I'm going to take them. I'm going to take one more. I know for a fact guys that said, well, she deserved it. Okay. So let's look at what's going on. All right. This situation, this whole reading is about trust. Someone is realizing that sex doesn't have to be necessarily of the physical kind. This man, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This man loves her. He loves her. He loves her because she has been trustworthy and loyal. She stood, a Queen of Swords will fight every battle behind her man. It's true. Many women are like, I will fight tooth and nail for this man. Even after all of the crap that he's dished out, even after all of the cheating and the illusions of grandeur where he thinks he's going to go and find, and then he comes home and he realizes that but then he gets it's like a conundrum. He gets caught, not in the act. He gets caught with himself because he gets angry and pissed off. And so his defense mechanism is to lash out verbally and or physically. And this is a soul connection. This is soulmates. This is how soulmates work. This is how it works. Someone's got to realize that the heirs of their ways had to end on every level. There's no more effing around. There's none of that anymore. Universe is saying, if you really love this woman, you'll understand the sacredness of the love that you have, and the trust that you have with this person is fated. You're fated to be together, to work through this as a couple, because this is either the king or the queen's lesson. Actually, it's both of their lesson in the lesson of trust. Number one, the grass is not greener on the other side. Number two, the love that we share, they share, is really the trust of, wow, you've stood behind me and by me through thick and thin. The trust is about knowing that, not needing to be like, it's not, it's like maybe when they first met, they were, oh my God, totally in love. Sex was off the chain. Everything was great. Money's flowing, blah, blah, blah. But then as they've matured, because they're both kings and queens, they're not pages. And one of them went to the younger to revisit their youth. Most men and women, whatever you want to call it, people go to the younger generation because there's reasons for this. And this is my take on it only. I feel that they do that because I feel it's completely ego driven. It is, I can get this person. Then when you get this person, well, I can totally live in this generation because I feel like a kid again. I'm totally in love. The sex is off the chain. I feel like I'm 16 again. And why doesn't she look like her? Now we go into comparisons. Now we say, well, wow. Why doesn't she keep herself up as well as this one does? And then we go into this whole rigmarole of comparison. And oh my God, I think I'm in love. Why? Because the sex is so good. Her body's tight. Her body has had children, is worn. With or without children, it doesn't matter. It's the law of gravity. He sees this one as, oh my God, I'm in love. Yes. I want this one. I'm going for it. I think I'm going to go for it. The decision. And then reality hits. And he says, this woman has been a loyal person through thick and thin. And now what would I do? I would be losing my whole life. Is this the cowardly lion? It could be. Because he's done it not once, but he's done it many times to this woman. Did he grow up? Another thing. Trust is, and now let's talk about her. Just quickly. Her situation is she grew up being completely loyal to this man. Many do. She's given everything. They've had great late night conversations over dinner about their aspirations, desires, and over the years, they have built probably, right, a good solid foundation in terms of things, stuff. But what was lacking in not her life, because he went with this one. I'm just saying it out of the depiction of the cards. So she didn't feel the need to be ego-driven because she felt the Queen of Swords is about trust and loyalty, honorability, integrity. And she's been scorned, not once, but many times, standing by her man, right? That song, Stand By My Man. They've been together since childhood. So this ends up by the forces of the universe, right? And maybe a few lashing out of verbal abuse and or physical abuse, because this has died and there's no going back. The fantasy land, the fantasies, like, it's not happening. There's no coming back from that. Someone said, hold on, there's no coming back from that. Please forgive me. He probably got found out. Or he, it's like one of the 100th times that this happened, because she knows him so well. Let's work it out. So now he puts himself back into that spoke. He puts himself back into that place of, right? He resumes his role, right? And she has always believed in the trust. The trust is where it comes between them. The trust is between these two has always been an issue. And I can guarantee you, when you're dealing with a soulmate relationship like this is, you're dealing with someone who's realized, maybe finally realized, that sex is not just physical connection. Sex is about the sacredness of a union that is built on trust. We made a vow, whether it's on a piece of paper or not, we still made a vow. Now this poor girl has been scorned. So what is universe telling her? Oh yeah, it's great and really admirable that you've stayed by your man as he resorts to a lot of sleep. She's scared, so when they're sleeping, her one eye is open at all times, because she's scared that he's going to flip out at any moment, because he's done it before. So her lesson is not just about the trust, but where is her love for herself, her dignity, her integrity. It's one thing, sure, it's one thing to be loyal, but to be beat up, to be scorned, to be accepting of that. So now, this is such a long reading, and it's for a reason. So now we put everything to the side except for the trust and the fate that is built, that this relationship must be built on. She needs to find the love for herself, to set boundaries and to say, this will never happen again. The cheating, the lying, the hitting, the verbal abuse, whatever abuse happened here, she needs to learn that what she's offering insofar as the trust of a relationship, a marriage, it encompasses all of the abuse and all that. So she needs to love herself more through the trust and trust herself, to believe in herself, because she's accepted the fact that their physicality is more sexually of sacred type now, compatibility, and maybe once a month or once every year. Who knows? His lesson is the same, because he doesn't love himself enough either, because he goes out searching for the younger women. So the way to keep himself as the king, he feels like he has to conquer. He has to conquer the young ones to keep his ego in check and believe that he's still worthy of that, He's still worthy of, the attraction, which is all ego identity. So they're both dealing, as a couple, they're both dealing with these trust issues that I can guarantee you that they come from a past life relationship where they were still handed the same kind of reality. But maybe her past life was she was the one out looking for the young guys, or vice versa, if she was a feminine or masculine at the last life. She and or he dealt with this before with each other, going for the younger one, that's what it is. Having enough love, or being loving yourself so much that you don't have to escape and feed your ego with another. So this was a fated relationship, and the soul lesson is trust. And I can guarantee you, and I don't know the statistics, but I can guarantee you at least 70 to 80% of relationships is who I am talking to right now. It doesn't require a soulmate relationship is about learning the values of self-love through the trials and tribulations that one has undergone. Forgiveness. Is this woman, and are they able to forgive one another? And not only that, but do they feel that, aside from the fact that trust is the main issue of this relationship, coming from a past life or maybe a few past lives with this guy and this girl, right? It's fated for that reason. And you keep repeating the same old, the people's faces change, but guess what? The overall issue of trust is a big soulmate lesson. Okay. Now we went into 15 minutes of this reading because it is in every reading. If you look at any of the other readers, so many are, there's another person. Someone's effing around. Someone is, it's always about trust. And until these two can find the trust through the love of their own self, because they don't love themselves wholly, literally, and that's why they call it holy, WHOLE, as a whole person. One must love themselves as a whole. because the sacred bond is holy, Holy. So this couple will endure the same cycle over and over again until the decision is made that they find love within, that they love themselves. She must learn to love herself, not to accept abuse verbally and physically. She doesn't have that love for herself. And he is all ego driven, thinking that he needs to prove his value through younger women, which happens a lot. And women too. I'm not throwing shade here. We're all human. So I'm going to leave you with that, because that is something that's happening across the board with our society today, in how we look and value relationships. And do we really, when we say, which is true, right? Do we really mean I love you when we say it? Because these two are, if you have one couple here, right? Just one, you know that there's 100, 1,000, infinite number of couples that are in this situation. This narrative is the same old narrative. 3-party situations. Oh, I messed up. Please take me back. He goes out. She goes out. She finds another. Oh my God, forgive me. Take me back. It's the boy that cried wolf. Until you can become whole and love yourself wholly and see the love that you have as sacred, then you'll get out of this cycle and past lives over and over again, doing it over and over again, and still at the same result. Okay, I think that's it. Wow. All right, this is going to take a while to upload. Have a great day. And I decided that this was, because it came out as such an intense reading, I've decided to take the time to explain it, because it's important for people to understand that if you don't learn your lessons, you're going to keep repeating them in each lifetime until you do. Spirit is infinite. Love is all the energetic force of love is the only thing that is true. Whatever is in our hearts is true, and we know what's right and what's wrong. And if you continue to do the same old thing a different day for over lifetimes, well, until you learn your lesson, that love is the most valuable, sacred energy that we have to give, to receive, and to share. And when people take advantage of love in this manner, over past lives, over time, over whatever, you got to keep doing it until you get it right. All right. Have a great day. Bye.